No, I don't know how to say it.
Wait. So, as a client, what can I expect from Loom Atelier?
Are you filming?
What is it?
So, Loom Atelier is a place where there's uncompromising craftsmanship. It's a timeless aesthetic, I hope, where things are made to last and things are made for you. This is what I would like to create, and I would like to call it Loom Atelier. Loom is my last name, and it's my version of the ideal atelier. I've spent a long time thinking about what is the ideal atelier, and now I think it's the time to try and create one. I think the world would be a better place if there were more ideal atelier, more craftsmanship. So I'm going to work on the design, on the prototypes, and on the final products that will be made to order or bespoke for clients. I love craftsmanship because I think it's beautiful, and that's why I want to create the ideal atelier. This is what I want to dedicate a good portion of my life to, because I think it's beautiful and I want to create a home for uncompromising craftsmanship. To me, the ideal atelier, it has 3 points. I like this, so I've written it down. So, made to order. That's the most important thing because it makes it different from all the other stores and all the other companies in fashion or in the luxury industry in general. Made to order means that a client comes in and the product is made for them, with them in mind. This has a lot of good things about it. It allows the atelier to make much higher quality and allows the client to get meaning from their garments because it's made with them in mind. And there's also sustainability, that it's much better to make one product for one client instead of making a 10 and throwing out half. Then the ideal atelier has an admiration of craftsmanship. And not just from the clients who admire the craftsmanship, but also from the artisans who are happy to do their craft in the best way possible. So for me, I would like to create a place that's nice to be, an atelier which is pleasant to be in, and an atelier where both artisans and clients have a mutual thankfulness that the clients get to wear beautiful things and the artisans get to do their craft in the best way possible, in the best conditions possible. And then lastly, I think the ideal atelier has multiple crafts. An ideal atelier isn't just an atelier that does tailoring or that does furniture or that does hats. It's an atelier where artisans work together, where they combine their skills, not just to make products that combine maybe leatherworking and tailoring, but where they learn skills from each other so they can improve all the time and learn from each other. That's, I think, what the ideal atelier is, and that's why I think it's worth creating. This is what I want to spend some of my life doing, and this is what I want to share with you. My name is Peter, and I'm a craftsmanship consultant. I'm from Denmark, where I studied economics. Then I came to Paris to study fashion. And then I started working as a craftsmanship consultant, where I help artisanal companies with their communication. So I show the beauty of their craftsmanship. So the next thing I want to do is to create Loom Atelier. Right now I'm in Naples. I'm working with some Neapolitan tailors because they're very famous for tailoring. That's why I came here. It's also a little vacation. But what I want to do next is create Loom Atelier. So I'm using the funds from Loom Consulting, from my consulting company, to help Loom Atelier grow in the future, to become a real ideal atelier. Last year I really focused on getting my consulting business up and running, and this year I want to focus on creating Loom Atelier, getting it on the right path to create what I hope will be a lifelong experience for me, with like an enterprise that I can be in for a long time, because it's really what I dream about and what I really want to do. So this year I'll be trying to do some nice products, working with nice artisans, and then I want to share that every week with videos. The videos are for 2 reasons. One, I think it's good to share the beauty of craftsmanship. I think craftsmanship is the self-discipline we all need to buy less but buy better. And I think that would be good for society, and I just think it's good for people, because it's much nicer having something that's made for you and maybe having less stuff but having better stuff, things that you value, things that are meaningful to you. So that's why I want to share it with the world, and also for myself, because if I post a video every week, that forces me to keep going and keep every day building on Loom Atelier. And that's really what I want to do every day for a very long time. The challenges of Loom Atelier would be to create a culture that motivates and retains great artisans. any atelier should only be measured by how good its artisan and how good its craftsmanship is. And that's why the artisans are the most important. So not only should you be able to get great artisans and have them work with you, but retain them so they stay and improve over time and work together, because my ideal atelier has artisans working together, and that only gets better over time. So making the right culture of uncompromising craftsmanship. That's what I and other artisans, the artists I work with, for example here in Naples, are uncompromising. They do the best they can, and they've done it for generations without compromising. And I can only imagine that that's the conditions that any artisan would like to work under, without having to do too much administration, too many other things, just doing what they really love doing, which is beautiful craftsmanship without cutting any corners. Work that they can be proud of. We were once in Denmark and visited an atelier called PP Møbler. It's a very famous furniture maker in Denmark. And they had the saying that they had to make things as well on the inside as on the outside. There was some piece of wood inside the chair that no one would see, but they were perfectly finished. And that was so that the artisans could be proud of all their work. Not just how it looked in the end, but know that everything was made as good as it could. And that's how you improve, that's how great craftsmanship is created, when you do uncompromising craftsmanship, and every day you try to improve, and every day you do your best. That's what I admire about craftsmanship, I think. My goal is to create the ideal atelier, and that in just the nature of it is idealistic. And I think it's good to be idealistic, you also have to be realistic, but the good thing is that in the short term it seems very unlikely to create the ideal atelier. It's going to be very hard, it's going to take a long time. And a lot of people, it's not easy doing idealistic things. But what calms me down is that I think it's a sound plan. I think craftsmanship is beautiful, and I think that there should be ateliers like I imagine. I'm going to do my version of it, but I think there should be many people who focus more on craftsmanship, focus on sound economics of made to order instead of overproduction. And that's why I think in the long term it's almost inevitable that some ateliers like this will exist. That's what I want to try to do, and I have time, so I'm going to try to do exactly that.